Juventus had a rotten start of the season. We mentioned that many times on the show. And Max Allegri is under huge pressure. Some are even talking about Antonio Conte coming back to the club. But instead, the big move is giving more power, Gab, to somebody called Giovanni Andreini.
So, okay, again, this is kind of total media PR stuff, right?
Yeah.
When people have papers to fill, and so you got a news cycle that it's all about Allegri's terrible, Juve are doomed, and so on. You're going to get some stories like, oh, Antonio Conte, look, his contract is up at the end of the season at Spurs. Could he come back, and make peace with the club and whatever? I don't think that's going to happen. I think Antonio Conte wants to build something at Spurs right now. I think Antonio Conte can read the newspaper and see what the budget situation at Juve is right now and the losses that they made. And he would know that if he comes back and says, I can't help myself, and go and demand, buy this guy, buy that guy, spend, they're not going to be able to do it at Juve. I got Spurs to do it. I'm a stick where I am, right?
Definitely.
So, but the flip side of it is that push stories that you want. So this guy, Giovanni Andreini, they call him like Mr. Muscle or Professor Muscle or something. He's some sort of expert in preserving players, keeping them free from muscular injuries, which have been a big issue at Juve. And apparently, he was there before, but now he's been given expanded powers, maybe even some powers over the type of training that they do. The idea is to help bring the injured guys back. I think it's weird that we're talking about this, but it gives you a sense of the situation you were in. We'd rather be talking about this dude, even though we have no idea who he is, and how do we even assess his work, right?
I know, exactly.
Because when players get injured, it's not always the doctor's fault. So anyway.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.